Welcome to another episode, everyone. Last night for the 4th of July, many shootings happened and many people lost their lives in New York, California, Chicago, Texas, and many other places. Oftentimes, the 4th of July is a cover for gunshots. I heard so many fireworks last night, and it's hard to distinguish a firework from a gunshot. So individuals oftentimes come out and try to put in work on the 4th of July with all of them fireworks going off, and you can't really tell the difference between the fireworks and the shots. And there were a lot of shootings. We're going to get into some of these shootings that transpired. And I would encourage everyone to be safe even today, because people are still going to be popping fireworks for the next couple of days or something until their fireworks are gone. So you have to be safe and you have to be careful. Check this one out. Brooklyn, look.
Blood
Coney Island.
Residents described the frightening scene on Coney Island, Brooklyn on the 4th of July.
Damn, gunshots right there. The police walking out. Look what it said. 8 people shot, 4 children during a 4th of July celebration in Coney Island. 8 people shot, 4 of them were children during a 4th of July celebration in Coney Island. You have to be careful. Obviously, these children had nothing to do with nothing. They don't have any gun. When they say children, I'm assuming they mean children, young kids under the age of 10. Let's say 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old out there, whatever, celebrating the 4th of July, and 4 of them get shot, 8 people total.
Police say 8 people were shot during a gathering near the boardwalk, and 4 of the victims were children, ages 6 to 14. A 21-year-old woman is in critical condition, while the others are expected to survive.
bullets. It was just sad. They still got food out there.
Investigators say a gunman opened fire into the courtyard where a family barbecue was taking place. A firearm was recovered at the scene, but so far, no arrests have been made.
An unknown male.
No arrests have been made. A firearm was recovered at the scene, so somebody then got off and just left the weapon there and got away. For now, anyway, no one has been arrested. 8 people shot, including 4 children. Wow. 1 woman in critical condition, they just said, but expected to survive. So luckily, fortunately, no one lost their life in this situation, in this shooting right here last night. I believe that 3 people were killed in Compton, California last night during the 4th of July. I believe so. I know that at least 3 people were shot, but I believe that they said that they had died. 3 people killed in Compton, California last night. Again, this is Coney Island.
Dressed in all black and wearing a black ski mask, approached the fence line along Surf Avenue and fired multiple rounds into the courtyard. The individual then fled on foot.
Police are still trying to figure out the motive and whether it's connected to another prior incident.
Earlier this week, we had a confirmed gang-related homicide that occurred on the same block. We are looking into whether there is a nexus between the 2 incidents.
Oh, wow.
Terrence Rice is the director of Operation Helping Our Own Develop.
There may be a nexus between the 2. 8 people shot and 1 people lost his life. I'm assuming it was a male on this same block a few days prior to this shooting last night, where 8 people were shot and 4 children.
Also known as Operation Hood. He says the group is focused on being a visible support system in the community, and in this case, the family.
We're letting them know that we're here to support them and whatever support they may need, whatever that looks like.
The members gathered near the scene, raising awareness. Latest NYPD data shows overall crime in the city down, with major crime falling citywide compared with last year. Some Coney Island residents say the shooter is not reflective on the neighborhood itself.
The neighborhood is good, but the people are bad.
There is no place for this kind of violence in our city.
Yeah, there is no place for that kind of violence in your city or in anyone else's city. Not with all of those people, those children losing their lives. Okay, here we go. So that was Coney Island, New York. 8 people shot, 4 children, as we just saw. This was last night, 4th of July. Here we are in Fort Worth, Texas. This person lost their life, deadly shooting.
Officer Cynthia Wood with the Fort Worth Police Department, PIO's office. Today we are investigating a homicide that occurred here in East Division. Sorry, start again. We're investigating a shooting that occurred here in East Division. Officers were dispatched to the 5900 block of Will Barger in reference to a shooting. There was a large gathering at this location. 2 males began arguing over a female. Both males got weapons and shot at each other.
Oh. 2 males began arguing over a female. These are her words verbatim. 2 males began arguing over a female. What is wrong with you guys? But it's the 4th of July. People start drinking, getting loaded, fireworks. Everyone, I don't know. There's a lot of braggadocio, bravado on the 4th of July with people out popping those fireworks and all. And again, people carrying weapons and such on this sort of occasion. Black people need not celebrate. People were wishing me a happy 4th of July yesterday. I just went on and responded half of 4th of July, but I did not want to respond that to anyone because Black people have not been free in this country, are not free. We should not be celebrating the 4th of July. Juneteenth is where it's at. America is celebrating 250 years of freedom, and slavery was not abolished 250 years ago. So there were still slaves when America so-called was established and became free. It is absolutely ridiculous and backwards for Black people to celebrate it. Nevertheless, so whatever happened, these people were probably drinking, and she just said they were arguing over a female. And that makes no sense because now someone that lost their life and you're not going to be with the female. And she's going to be with the other guy now by default. Process of elimination. Really, she's not even going to be with him because he's going to jail. Maybe, I don't know. Because she just said that they both had weapons and they both put out weapons. I believe she said they both shot at each other too. Let's see though.
Both males got weapons and shot at each other.
Yep. Both males got weapons and shot at each other. I don't even know if he's going in jail. I don't know.
Was pronounced deceased and one was transported to an area hospital with unknown condition. Homicide is actively investigating this incident. Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office will publicly identify the deceased once the next of kin has been notified. Anyone with information related to this can call 817.
You still haven't notified next of kin? And what do you mean anybody with information? You just said everything that happened. What more you need to know?
4222. Anonymous tips can be submitted through crime.
Okay, we don't want to hear about no anonymous tips. All right, so that's Texas. Now let's get to Chirac, man. Chicago, they went off too last night. 4th of July. 4th of July violence. Okay.
Yeah, Lauren, that's right. And just a few hours ago, Chicago police were called to a scene on the west side where several people were shot. We're still waiting for details from investigators this morning.
Several people were shot. CBS Chicago, the Chicago's news right here. We in Chirac. Several people were shot. Still waiting on details, so who knows? Who knows if someone lost their life or not? That situation there, we just heard in Fort Worth, someone absolutely lost their life, and the other individual's in the hospital. He got shot too, I suppose. Don't know how bad it is. She said an unknown condition. Before that, 8 people were shot after someone had died on that street a few days prior, including 4 children, and now several people here in Chirac was shot. And as I said, I believe 3 people killed in Compton, California last night, 4th of July. Be careful on the 4th of July anywhere, as we can see anywhere and everywhere. Be careful going outside on the 4th of July. Hanging out or any of that is a no-no because, again, people have a propensity to come by shooting at that time because of all of the fireworks that are going off. It is so loud. You hear all of these booms, and oftentimes you cannot tell whether it's a firework or not. You just assume that it's fireworks because it's the 4th of July, but it can absolutely be gunshots.
Take a look at the scene, though. This is near Garfield Park. You'll see a large group of people with multiple ambulances nearby there and dozens of officers.
Near Garfield Park, she said. And all those people out there. Wow.
Also on the scene, this is just before 3 o'clock this morning on the corner of Hamlin and Maypole. We're still waiting to learn more about how many victims there were exactly. We know there was another shooting not far from here. Police say a 17-year-old girl was outside when she was shot in the chest, taken to Stroger Hospital, and was in critical condition at last check. And then here's another video.
They said, 17-year-old girl was somewhere else in Chicago still, was shot in the chest, and she's in the hospital in critical condition. So several people shot at the one location. She doesn't even know how many yet. The information is still fluid, apparently still coming in at the time of this news broadcast. And so who knows? Because of course, with updated information, hopefully everyone survives and makes it, but sometimes you turn on the news later on that night, and now they said two of the people done died or something from their gunshot wounds. Because right now she doesn't have much information other than several people have been shot. Doesn't even know how many. At least in the first story, we know that it was 8 people, and again, 4 of them children. Here, we don't even know how many. Could be 8, could be 3. And apparently, she doesn't know if someone has lost their life because she's still getting updated information. But somewhere else, 17-year-old girl shot in the chest in the hospital in critical condition. Hopefully she survives.
Video of a shooting scene just after midnight on the south side. You can see police investigating. This is on 108th Place near Ashland. Police say a 19-year-old man was walking outside near there when an unknown suspect ran up, shooting him multiple times.
Damn, there's another one in Chicago. There's a third one in Chicago. It's a 19-year-old now. She just said 17-year-old. There's a 19-year-old now right here. 19-year-old in critical condition after shooting. South side of Chicago. It's the third one in Chicago. And the first one, again, several people shot. The next 2, looks like one 17-year-old girl, and then another one, 19-year-old in critical condition. Jeez. Shout out to those 2 individuals. Hopefully they survive.
He was taken to the hospital, also in critical condition. Dozens of fireworks could be seen going off in the street as police were there investigating. Lauren, so far this morning, no word on any arrests so far in either of these shootings. We know Chicago police are still investigating both scenes and continue to search for the shooters. Live in the news.
Damn, continue to search for the shooters. So she said no arrest that she knows in any of the shootings. That's what I'm telling you. That's when people start doing their dirt because they feel like they can get away with it at that time because of all of the fireworks. And apparently they are correct. Except maybe for the second situation, it looks like, I believe even the situation in Compton, they're still looking for the shooter. They're still looking for the shooter. So, again, just everyone be careful, be safe. Just wanted to bring that to you. Be careful, be safe. Even now, a day after the 4th of July, and the next day and the next day. Again, people may be popping fireworks for weeks to come. That's how they used to do it in L.A., be popping them things until freaking September. Like, what's up? 4th of July been over with. People still got fireworks. They had so many of them. They didn't pop them all on that day. Man, get out of here with this nonsense all day and night. You want to hear this stuff, but again, oftentimes it is a cover, as we can see, for a lot of different shootings. So yeah, be safe, be careful. Don't be hanging out no time soon. You still hearing fireworks? That means stay in the house. Shout out to all of those individuals. Rest in peace to the one individual. Fortunately, it looks like, at least in these situations, only one individual lost their life to this point. I mean, the girl, the young lady, 17-year-old, shot in the chest, is in the hospital there in Chicago in critical condition. Let's hope she survives. The 19-year-old in the hospital, also in critical condition. In the first situation, the 8 wounded, one of them is in critical condition, just one. The rest have survivable wounds. And hopefully that individual, I believe they said it was a lady, that she survives it. She or he survives as well. Yeah, so everyone be careful, man. It's going off. Not just obviously on the 4th of July. These things happen every day. The ghettos, catacombs, and grottos of America, nevertheless. 4th of July, these things are magnified. So just take extra precaution these days right now, the next few days. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Subscribe to my other channel, The Unwoke Culture. Stay safe and stay free, people.